Since you guys saw us 2 weeks ago, it was still 2023. So happy New Year, happy Tuesday. We are back with another NXT Meta-Two recap show for NXT New Year's Evil. So super awesome. I am Katrina, host and creative in Trust, and various other things that I do, and it's a lot, and so I'm not going to name that all today. But I am here with my twin, my sunshine, the other half of everybody's favorite duo, Shay. How are you today?
You know, it's a day. NXT was good. So you know what? I'm not too bad off. How are you?
I mean, I'm processing. It's been a lot. A couple of days. I'm processing. Hey, happy New Year, George. But I'm okay, and I got to see my guy, and and y'all lucky. I didn't give you a turtleneck. My turtleneck. I can't be, proper. I need to get that together. I need to get myself together. But otherwise, I am okay. What were your thoughts about this?
This NXT, you know what? It wasn't. There was some things. When we get to it, I will definitely speak about those things. But for right now, it was good. It was good. Wait, did we lose her? Oh, my dog, sorry. She'll be back, guys. Or unless it's me that's frozen.
I don't know. You can't hear me?
No, you were like frozen for a second. Unless it was me that was frozen the whole time. I don't know.
Or it might have been me. I was wondering why it got like quiet for a second, but hey, happy New Year to you as well, Roderick. Yeah, I do think it was a pretty solid Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I do think it was a pretty solid show.
Me too.
Oh, you guys are sweet. Yeah, life was lifing, but also it was Christmas week. And I was actually away. So yeah. But yeah, definitely a pretty solid NXT episode. So let us just dive right on in to New Year's Evil. And so this started off with the NXT Women's Championship matchup between Lyra and Blair Davenport. And so I felt a little bit kind of in the middle about this, only because there were parts that I felt that I didn't like, that it made Blair look not as good. And that was just maybe a me personal thing. So Vic Joseph did say it will be 30 minutes commercial free. And so there was a moment where Blair was trying to like knee strike Lyra, but she ducked it and then sent her through the table with her knee instead. But I felt like, if anything, it was saying that even with Blair doing what she was doing in this matchup, it made it as if Lyra was too much for her. And that threw me off, only just because I've seen Blair, wrestle before. We've seen Lyra. For me personally, before I saw Lyra wrestle, I saw Blair wrestle. And so for me, I was just like, why are we acting like she don't know what she's doing? Like, I get making Lyra look strong, but there's a way to make her look strong without making Blair look like. I kind of felt like the build for her to get here, it looks like this is what we get. Like, I was a little bit annoyed, and not that it was a bad match, just I felt like it to an extent made Blair not look as ready for Lyra. And to me, I felt that was a little bit weird for me. But it was a good match. I just felt those parts for me, I was just like, yeah, I think that's what it was. It's the rush part. Thank you, Jeffrey, for that. That's one of the things. It was just a very weird to for the fact that we knew Blair been wanting this title since before Lyra got it. Even with Mandy Rose, to be fair, was still had the title. It was like Blair might have been in the contention for one. And so to kind of have all of that happen, and then this is what we get. I felt like it was slightly rushed, and I also felt like, they made like Lyra was way more superior to me. Yes, there was also the moment where during this, Lyra would do her roundhouse kick and cross-leg Samoan driver to win and retain. And then after, Lola would try to cash in her breakout contract, but Tatum would kind of come in and try to make sure it didn't happen. And Elektra Lopez got involved, and then, you know, it was this whole thing. And I'm not sure why Lola decided that moment, but I mean, I guess I feel like you trying to do it now. If this is another thing about me being a little bit iffy about people not knowing what they're doing, because ma'am, why would you try to do cash in when Liver is perfectly fine? Like, usually when you do a cash in is when the person is at their weakest, so you can swoop in and do what Edge did. Okay, like, you know, Edge got on my nerves because he was doing shenanigans at the most inconvenient times, and so, you know, I mean, yeah, but was Lyra really that beat up that Lola had a chance? She did. Like, that's my thing. It's like, if Lyra was like laid out on the floor, maybe I'll be like, all right. But why was Lola running out there when Lyra wasn't? Like, Lyra won. She won standing, like she was fine. Like, it wasn't like she was like she won it barely by like scrapping by or anything. And I think that was my issue. With that as well, I feel like Elektra, you didn't tell Lola to be smart about this. So, like, you come out when a person cannot be, like, they're not at their best. You don't come out when the girl's still standing on regular. You come out when the person's like dying nearly, and then you be like, let me cash her in. But otherwise, I felt like Blair looked good, but I felt like they made Lyra look better, and I just was a little bit sad about that because I know she's pretty, you know, solid. But obviously, they're, you know, are doing this to get her away from Lyra so she can have this Raggedy and Nikita feud that nobody asked for. And then whatever they, as it was stated, there might be some tag team action happening with, you know, them. So sorry, that got really rambly, but what were your thoughts about this matchup?
I mean, I knew that Lyra was gonna win, but I kind of agree with you on how I felt it was rushed. Like, I feel like they needed more time. I feel like they were just on the precipice of like having a really, really like great match. Like, I think it was a good match. Like, it was really fun to watch, but they were so close to having a great match. I just wish they had a little bit more time, honestly. And I do agree, like, it's just crazy to me seeing how Blair has to like take these L's. Sometimes it's questionable to me. It's very questionable to me because, again, as you say, we know how Blair gives it up. It's a lot. So I'm just kind of like, but I knew Lyra was gonna win. I'm not mad about it because I know Lyra, she gets in the paint as well. No one ever gonna say she can't. So, you know, I just laugh because I think that they thought that because of that rough double stomp that Lyra took in the beginning of the match from Blair to the head, I think that they wanted us to believe that that would have been enough for Lola to have a successful cash in, which no, she would not have. And I just honestly, I've never been more grateful for Tatum until today. I said thank you. Even though I feel like Lyra definitely could have held her own because, again, as you said, she really wasn't that beat up. She won. Like, I don't know. It just wasn't strategic at all. Like, I don't know what Lola was thinking. But thank you, Tatum, for the backup, just in case we needed that. You're a blessing, truly a blessing. So yeah, I liked the match, but I feel like if they had a little bit more time, it definitely could have been something even better because they both are exceptional in the ring. We all know that.
Definitely agree there. Definitely agree there. So that now leads us to our next match, which was Latino World Order versus No Quarter Catch Crew. And so apparently Dragon Lee got stuck in Mexico because of these issues, which I was like, oh, all right, you know, whatevs. And so Carlito was Dragon Lee's replacement. And so this was a pretty solid tag match, but I felt like it was lacking something. I'm just not really sure what it is that's lacking, but something was lacking. And so Charlie Dempsey also was not here because he's currently in Japan. He will be facing Katsushiko. I hope I pronounced his name right. Sorry if not. For the Triple Crown Championship tomorrow. And so that is where he is at. And so he could not be present for this. With that being said, solid match, but I do feel like something was missing. And And I felt like, if anything, the best part was the fact that we got to like really see Carlito do some stuff, really do some stuff since his like return officially, I guess. But Carlito, they kind of basically ran over, no quarter catch. I felt like they kind of dominated the match. Carlito will hit his backstabber to Damon, and then Cruz del Toro did his 540 splash to win the match. I thought, again, everything was crisp enough, but I felt like something was missing, and I'm not, sure what it was exactly, but we'll see. Otherwise, we'll see when Charlie gets back what they're gonna do with this team up, and see how this goes. But I do think something needs to spice it back up or something. And Drew did not seem happy with the fact that they lost, and then Carlito used that moment to do what he is known to do, and that is to spit the apple in the face of people who are disrespectful. However, with that being said, it is COVID time, and so I didn't know how I feel about you just spitting up, during the pandemic. I just feel like this is not the time to be spitting saliva juices during the pandemic, personally. Personally. That's all. But otherwise, I was okay with it. Just, I cringed a little bit because I'm just like, oh, no, COVID, yuck. But otherwise, solid match. Just, I felt like something was missing for me. What were your thoughts on this matchup?
It was fun. It was a fun match. I was just very happy about this because I feel like Joaquin Wild, and I felt like Cruz del Toro got a lot of shine. Like, I feel like Carlito was there for sure, just like to be that extra, surprise, because I feel like, this week, what is it called again this week for WWE? I forgot. It's like something Revolution. I forgot. But yeah, it's supposed to be an important week. So I feel like they're doing a lot of special surprises on all the shows and, trying to make it a big deal, which is cute. But I feel like, even though Carlito was there and he's supposed to be like the main, head, he spent most of the time letting, Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro get like, the spotlight, which I was so happy for, because I was already like, oh man, like they did this switch. They basically switched Angel and Humberto and then put them in NXT. I was like, are we just doing this? Okay. So it was nice to see them get that shine. Like, everyone was so like, oh my God, Joaquin Wild. I'm like, I've been saying this for too long. Now everyone's like, oh my God, Joaquin Wild. He's so good. He's so great. Yeah. Thank you for coming to the club. We've been open this entire time. Seriously. So I was just really happy to see it for them, because I think that they're, I've always thought he was so talented. Both of them, they're so talented, and just I think they're getting that shine, and maybe this is like a resurgence for them in NXT. I really, really hope it is, because this was great. That jump that he did, freaking insane. I would be scared to death. I would be scared to death to do that. For him doing that, like, he was showing out. I was so happy, because I feel like he was also showing out on SmackDown when he had that match with Santos as well. I feel like, he's like, you know what? People are really trying and playing on my name. So now it's time for me to really show y'all what I'm working with. And that he is doing. Thank you, Joaquin Wild. I enjoyed the match. Charlie, do your big one over there. You better be doing your big one, because your peoples is not doing a big one over here in the Florida. I'm going to tell you that much. So somebody got to get a win up in this mode.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, personally, not me, I feel like that was my saying like the last 7 days. I'm like, not me, someone, but not me. Listen, there's gonna be fighting words. Are you telling me, Jeffrey, that we are past the pandemic? We not. People was just sick last year. Like, literally, somebody they had a little outbreak. That's why I be masking still. None of that. With that being said, I thought it was kind of yucky before, to be fair, but now it's really yucky, because it's like, germs. It's flu season 2. No, personally. But yes, I agree that it wouldn't be me. I'm not jumping like that, personally. You would ask me, I'm like, excuse me, you don't want me in this match. You want me to do what? And so that now brings us to some more ladies action. We were saying that the ladies were doing their thing, and they was. So this leads us to a match between Ariana Grace and Roxanne Perez. And so Ariana is Ariana, because I feel like, you know, she's this character, she's really been on one, and in a good way. You know, where it's just she's so grating, but it works. It works. And so I really appreciated that both ladies kind of they really sold the thing between them. I felt like you have Roxanne who's still figuring out where she is, but then you have Ariana who's kind of, you know, coming back from an injury, but also coming back with a whole new gimmick and, you know, kind of heelish, very different from when she was first here. And so I really thought Ariana really stepped up in this matchup. And I do think that if they really do something, especially with the way this match ended, that they can really do something with the feud if they, you know, do it well, especially if Roxanne continues to kind of hone her heel work, and then and kind of where she's going with the angry thing, and Ariana keep being who she is. I think it really could be well done. And so again, I thought this was a really solid matchup. However, even with Ariana really stepping up, Roxanne would do her pop rocks to win. However, afterwards, Ariana felt the need to keep talking shit, I guess, to Roxanne, and Roxanne will attack her. And because she didn't give up when the referee told her to stop, the referee decided then to reverse the decision. And Ariana instead won because the referee felt that it was okay to reverse the decision after the match already ended. Pure shenanigans, if you ask me. But here we are. I'm still thinking because of it, they can really do something with this feud and really do something like really well with it. But I was slightly annoyed with the referee because I'm like, are we really, like, are we all of a sudden I want to act like a concerned, to be a concerned NXT referee, a concerned citizen with all the shenanigans that go on in NXT in the parking lot alone, but this is the time you're going to put your foot down? Get real. So I was a little annoyed by that. It was. Otherwise, I thought this was a solid match, and I do like Ariana's like character work is just solid. But what were your thoughts on this matchup?
I mean, I liked it. I thought it was I think this was my favorite so far match for Ariana Grace, because I feel like she hasn't really had that many matches, especially, you know, since she had the injury and is coming back. So this has been my favorite. It shows her power. I mean, you know, Roxanne got to show her speed. It was a lot of back and forth. I liked it. Roxanne, girl, you know what's funny? The way she was acting reminded me of a clip that I saw on Twitter a few days ago of AJ Lee when she was trying to like literally claw Dolph Ziggler's eyes out of his like socket. And I was just like, that's really her daughter. Like, oh my goodness. Like, Roxanne, I love it. I love unhinged behavior. Okay. Like, that is just, it's fun. Okay. So, Roxanne, you were doing exactly what I was looking for. I wish she wasn't doing on Ariana though, because that's you know, she's a queen. You know, she don't do that. She literally was trying to give you nice advice, just saying, hey, you know, don't get too, you know, it's all right. But Roxanne just want to put her hands on everybody. That's why I said she needs to call the law on her. She needs to file a restraining order on her, because this is getting a little bit out of hand now, Roxanne, because actually Ariana didn't do anything that bad to Roxanne. If anything, Roxanne, you need to be go getting your lick with Kiana and Izzy, because they still, do you not remember? You need to be fighting with them. Why is you beating up on Ariana when she clearly is just trying to give you good advice? This is crazy, Roxanne. I don't know. Like, I'm really looking at you crazy, girl. I love you and I'm gonna rock with you, whatever you want to do. But just know I don't support it. But I'm rocking with you. Trust me. And that ref, why would you do that? He needs to have his license taken away as well. Actually, now that I think about it, because why would you do that? Since when? I've never in my life heard something like this. I didn't like how you conducted yourself after the match was done. The match is over. You can't just be like, oh, take back. This isn't kindergarten. You can't backseat, take backseat. No, we don't do that. She won. That ref, he got beef? You got beef with her? What did she do? She must have put her hands on him or something. Because why would you do that? The refs was losing their mind tonight, and this is not even the first offense. We will get into the other foolishness, but the refs were on one tonight. I can't believe it.
Yeah, no, I didn't understand. I was like, you know how much nonsense go on in wrestling, but in NXT directly, and this is the time you want to have some morals? Get real. You know, personally, and this is why I don't wrestle, because I would have pulled the heel move. Now I'm gonna beat you up because you're gonna do these type of shenanigans. You want to take away my win, and I already suffered. I already lost my win. Well, guess what? Now I'm gonna beat you up too. We're gonna fight. I'm gonna fight you all. How about these apples? Okay. I personally would have to flip the ref personally, and this is why I don't wrestle. This is why I don't, because I'm like, first of all, referee, not me, not Katrina, and so because of that, I was a little annoyed. Because I was like, we're gonna stop these. Yeah. Oh, now y'all want to be morally just. All the shenanigans that's been going down. Blair did how much nonsense? Where were you guys? Where were you guys, refs? Where were you, refs? Oh, that's right. Not aware. Nowhere to be found. So I was looking, and I found no one. So, you know. With that being said, there's a couple of segments that happened after this. One being Ava Raine explaining to Kelly Kimke why she became Shawn Michaels' assistant, and then announcing the return of the Men's Dusty Classic, which would take place next week. See, you know what, though? That depends on who it is, because if certain people, I might let shenanigans occur. I don't know. Certain people I might have to be like, I don't see nothing. Gonna be blind, like the song goes. Okay, all blind for certain people. Shenanigans can happen. I'm gonna let it happen. I'm gonna be like, oops, sorry. But like, yeah, didn't hear it. But yes. Also, there was a segment with Baron Corbin convincing Braun Breaker to team with him in the Men's Dusty Classic, which I was like, now Baron. Okay. Nathan, Frazier, and Axiom agreed to team up for the Dusty Classic. Also, OTM sent a warning to the family ahead of their title shot next week. And the family didn't talk up, supporting Adriana Rizzo before they ran into Joe Gacy. So what were your thoughts on those segments?
So for the first thing with Ava, I mean, I think it's a good role for her for now if they really don't know what else to do right now. She's very articulate. She's gives authority. She could even be like, why didn't they just make her the general manager? And Shawn could be that extra up that pops out every once in a while to say something, and Ava could be that, figurehead. I'd be totally okay with that, honestly. I think she's really, really great when it comes to the talking factor. So why not? Dusty Classic, I've been waiting. It's time. Exactly. Yep. I ain't gotta say no more. What was it? Adriana Rizzo? I like her. I don't like how she be pressing Andre Chase, but other than that, I do like her. So, I'm ready to start seeing a little bit more with her. And I do love her accent. It is. I do love it. And in terms of Baron and Braun, I love that banter. They have great banter. So I'm all for that team, and we'll see how it falls together. I just like how they keep going at each other. Like, I love teams that are like, they don't actually like each other. For some reason, that's just like, that does it for me. The more you both dislike each other, I want you to be a team even more. So yeah.
See, if it wasn't Baron Corbin, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. But it's Baron Corbin, and that means he wants to have more TV time. I mean, ask for that. Nobody's asking for more Baron time, and so because of this, I'm like, no, we don't. Braun, you better disagree. Your number all of a sudden better not work. You send him to voicemail, block him so it don't even go through, make him like he's a spam call, and you won't even get the message. You need to team up with him, because that means I will then have to see more Baron Corbin on my TV screen, and we don't need that. We don't need that. You need those vibes. See, don't be doing that, okay? I can give you 25 minutes, but I'm being nice today, okay? I was gonna end my rant, okay? I was about to end it right there. Perfect point. People say some shenanigans like this. Crazy work. Starting already in the new year. Starting with the shenanigans. See. So unnecessary. But yes. And so I'm gonna just need Braun not to answer his phone. It's fine. Don't answer your phone, Braun. Good answer. But yeah. This now leads us to some more ladies action because we had some more. And that was the servant or farmhand Tiffany Stratton versus Fallon Henley match. And so I thought this was pretty good. I thought one, they had a really good hype package before. I thought it was really, really well done. Fallon went after Tiffany pretty quick until she got into the ring, and she kind of kept the aggression pretty much throughout this matchup. But I thought that they worked really, really well together. They pretty much beat each other up throughout all of this. And, you know, Tiffany did try to use a steel chair. But once the referee took it, Fallon would then use a running knee to win. This matchup was a little, like how Tiffany losing to a running knee. And she's supposed to be fighting people like Becky Lynch. I guess, guys. But outside of that one little snafu, that I didn't particularly think that was a good way to end this match. I do think that it worked really well. I thought they clicked. They had great chemistry, just brawling. And I like that. I thought it worked, and I thought it was deep physical enough. And I do think even having Tiffany kind of working on a ranch and how extra she's going to be, because, you know, Tiffany's extra and really bougie. I feel like this is going to be funny in itself for me to laugh at. This is what she's going to deserve, even though I unfortunately have to like at Fallon, because, you know, y'all know hype about Fallon and her shenanigans. But, you know, I do think with her having to work as a farmhand, this is definitely going to be something that's going to be funny. I think it's going to definitely be funny. I mean, say all that, like, you know, whatever overalls. I guess if you want to do all that, I guess. With that being said, I do think it'll be a good segment. I do think when they do it, it's going to be funny. And I think it'll be just a good, kind of keep the chemistry, because I do think they have good chemistry. They've had it since the segment where she dressed up as Tiffany. And so I thought it's been pretty solid. But what were your thoughts on this matchup?
I mean, I liked it. I think that they do have good chemistry. I think a few days ago, people posted, I didn't even realize about her first match being with Fallon. So, and I really do think that after the whole skit stuff is done, I do think that she's probably going to go to the main roster at this point, because I don't see anything else that she can do right now in NXT. It's getting really full. A lot of people returning. It's like, at this point, where does she fit? She's calling me to tell me I'm wrong. So, honestly, I wasn't happy with Fallon winning, but I do agree that we're gonna get some funny segments. And even her posting the picture of like a simple life, the simple life with Paris and Nicole Richie on her Twitter. I was like, yes, girl, you better give me that, because I used to love that show so bad. So if she gives me that type of energy, listen, yes, Fallon, just take your win. She wanted that win so bad, just to say she got it. You talking about, I'm sorry, I have to point out the flaws in her whatever she says about Tiffany. She doesn't work for anything. Did she not come from gymnastics? Do you know how hard it is to learn how to do that crap? Be serious, as Izzy Dane would say. Be for real. Actually, Fallon, like, please. But it's gonna be funny to see. I'm excited to see the back and forth. So that's the only positive that came from Tiffany taking this L. The only one. And she had to be distracted for Fallon to get that win as well. So whatever. Take it. Yeehaw.
Yeah, no, I don't think I really cared who won it because, I don't really like either. But, I think I might dislike Fallon even a little bit more just because sometimes Fallon just irks my soul. But I do think it's going to be funny. As far as Simple, I really hated that show because they were just too dumb for me. And I'm like, all right, like, y'all having money should not mean you don't know how to do nothing. Like, it was so ridiculous to me that I'm like, okay, I just get really irritated. So, but again, I do think it's going to be funny. It's going to be extra. And so that'll be, fun. And so after there was a segment between Gigi and Cora who got into the locker room and agreed to have a matchup for next week. So I'm like, okay. What were your thoughts on that? I guess we're getting them fighting.
I don't like when my girls fight. This makes me sad. Stop fighting, girls. These are my girls. Please don't fight. Stop it. But you both look so cute, though. So there's that. But stop fighting because I don't like it.
Again, I mean, we'll see. I'm a little impartial to them. Cora, I don't really like it all, but sure, I guess. I mean, whatever. So this leads us now to our men breakout tournament final between Riley Osborne and Oba Femi. And so this was all right. NXT did show video package hyping both of them up for the finals. Thea did wish Riley good luck. And then she and JC was in the Chase Shoes section to kind of cheer him on. There were some moments such as Oba, kind of was able to counter Riley's shooting star press with his knees. And then he slammed Riley into the mat repetitively, which I thought was pretty, cool. But while Riley got his moments where he was able to push through moments in this fight, I was actually not surprised with how this went because Oba did dominate with pretty easily, pretty early on, even with Riley trying to fight back. It just, Oba really had this. And so he did a pop-up elevated power bomb, showing off his strength and power, and he won the men's breakout tournament. Again, I just, he pretty much threw Riley all around. I don't, I'm okay with the win just because I felt like you do all that, he might as well win. But I do think once he figure out where his character will be, I think once he figure out his character, he can really be something dominant. You know what I mean? Like if they can figure out what they're going to do with him and then keep his power, I think he will really, really be something in WWE. But Riley has more time also to work on, his stuff as well. And I think him making it to the finals is enough, hopefully, to kind of keep him in good light. But otherwise it was pretty solid for what we got. What were your thoughts on this matchup?
This is actually a really, really fun. Like I was very invested. Like I feel like Riley was given so much. Like it was a great balance because I feel like it was a lot of power, from Oba Femi. Like a lot. And then you had the speed from Riley Osborne. Like I feel like even in defeat, he definitely had a really great showcase. So yeah, I mean, I wanted Riley to win because I was just like, Chase, we going through a lot. Like, we really needed this, like a morale boost. It's very dark in the classrooms, I have to tell you. But Oba Femi, like, he deserved it. Like, he did his thing. Like, I can't even hate. What I will say is I was a little shocked just because I feel like last time, I forgot who won the breakout last year. I always forget. My brain sucks. I think it was either Carmelo. Was it Carmelo? I think it was Carmelo. No, it wasn't Carmelo. My brain is not working today.
Oh man, hold on.
I'm really trying to remember. Oh my gosh.
Let me do a quick little Google search. All right.
I'm trying to think. Because I had swore that it was going to be Odyssey Jones that was going to win. Like, I think everyone thought Odyssey Jones was going to win. And then, I don't know where, I think Carmelo won. Like, not that it was like a super shock because, I mean, it's Carmelo Hayes. But I think everyone really, really thought it was going to be Odyssey. And then it wasn't. And I felt like a little part of me was thinking maybe that might be the same thing with Oba. Like, you know, they're gonna make it seem like it was so him gonna win, so him, and then it wasn't. But they was like, no, it actually is him. Period. Like total domination throughout this entire tournament. I know who I wanted to win. Y'all already know. Listen, I'm not gonna hide it. My favorite, I don't care. My favorite Delulu King, Lexus King, he was robbed. He should have won. But
so yeah, it was Mello just in 2021. Apparently, I guess there was a bit of a break.
They play too much,
but he did win it.
Okay, so yeah, that's the like thing. I thought it was gonna be similar to that, but it was not. It was just straight up Oba dominance. But now I wonder, where does he go from here? I guess we'll see. Because what is he? I don't even want to see it. I don't want to think about what they're gonna do when he gets that. When he has the contract. I don't want to think about it. I'm scared. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that was. I mean, I personally. I personally couldn't take that chop, you know. Speaking of JC, JC did say after the match backstage that she is going to take over planning for Chase U. And the first plan was to start by pairing up Riley and Duke for the Dusty Classic, which I'm like, I mean, I guess. And then there was also a segment with Ridge Holland talking about his history with injuries, and he explained that he came to NXT to show who he is. I mean, I guess. But what were your thoughts on those segments?
I mean, I guess Riley and Duke, do the best you can. If y'all win, shout out to y'all, because right now, if I could think of a tag team that I would want to win it right now, I really have no standout. So you know what, Chase U? Take it home. See if I care. Take it home. And in terms of what was the second part, please? Because I that part just made me laugh so much that my brain like literally forgot the second part that you said.
Ridge talking about his injuries.
Okay, that's what it was. Cause why, when they was going to commercial break, when they was saying we was coming back to see the commercial, why was he giggling? What's funny? What was you giggling about? Because there's a man laying in a bed hurt right now because of you. He couldn't even wrestle tonight. I showed up to see Dragunov. He wasn't even here because of you. So what were you giggling about? What's funny? What was funny? Nothing. But that what they could have not did was show that ankle picture. That ankle picture, I don't want to see it again. I swear to you. If I see it on my timeline, you're getting blocked. I don't want to see that again. My ankle hurt looking at it. And I remember it was so, I felt so bad when that injury happened to him in NXT. I was like, that's awful. I mean, I don't know. Like, I like Ridge. I don't hate Ridge. You know, I know this is all storyline based. I know that, you know, Dragunov probably in his house giggling, laughing, drinking wine, you know, watching NXT. But man, Ridge, I don't know. Like, it's crazy. We'll see. We're gonna see where this goes. We're gonna see.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Jared and I don't particularly like JC like that, so listen, it happens sometimes with us New Yorkers, you know. I think mine's, if anything, I just start talking faster. It's craziness.
It literally just slips out without even like a warning. It just slips out.
You know what? Just to be fair, I didn't care about anything he was saying. So I mean, I don't know if I would call it sappy, but I didn't care about anything he was saying. I mean, I guess that's what you want to tell us about. What you want to show us? I mean, you could have sent a tweet. We would have got it, I guess. I don't know. So I get it. Definitely get the vibes because I didn't care it. I was trying to be nice. Okay. I was trying to be nice, but I definitely did not care anything that he was saying at all. I was not like, oh, all of a sudden I'm gonna be a Rich fan. All of a sudden, no. I was like, I mean, I guess this is, you know, Kumbaya. Have fun. Um, just saying. I feel like I don't think a lot of people cared. I mean, if somebody cared, correct me, guys. Just saying. If somebody truly did care, and I'm hurting your feelings, or we was hurting your feelings, you know, my bad, kinda, you know, because I'm the same sarcastic person I was in 2023. So, you know, I can't just apologize all regular. But my bad, partially, because I don't care enough. He's the member of the group I did not care about at all. So, you know. With that being said, this now leads us to a number one contender match between Trick Williams and Grayson Waller. And so Kelly did announce that Ilja Dragunov could not be cleared to compete. And, you know, because I guess he's injured because of Ridge. And so I couldn't see, hold on, guys, because, you know, I just need to say before I get into the nitty-gritty about this match that I told myself, okay, that I'm going to get some Dragunov time. It's a new year. Turtlenecks and goatee time. And because of Raggedy Ridge, I didn't get Dragunov time today. And so I wasn't happy about that. And this I'm talking about, Ridge. When you get here talking about how sad you are among the injuries, well, maybe you should have thought about that before you have my guy be off TV. Because now, instead, I gotta hear Baron Corbin take TV time when it could have been Dragunov. It could have been goatee turtleneck time. And so, yes. Very, very unfortunate. Okay. I'll give you a turtleneck so y'all can understand the longevity of how serious I am. And I hate turtlenecks. Anyway, Grayson will mock Trick backstage. And then Carmelo pretty much said that Trick will fight him. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's always goatee time. It is always goatee. The goatee Dragunov is no bounds. Okay, no bounds. That is the best Dragunov. Goatee crazy Dragunov is the best. So Carmelo basically announced he would fight Trick. Will fight Grayson and put the NXT Championship shot on the line, which is crazy to suggest. Crazy that he even put that out there. Like, Carmelo, like, my guy, you're not even trying to be, you brazen. Like, you're not even trying to be like, okay. And so Shawn Michaels announced that a former NXT champion was interested, which was Kevin Owens. And so this, you know, wasn't like a really long match or anything. Trick almost won with a bookend up the top, but Grayson got his foot on the rope, and then Grayson was able to hit a running return flatliner, but obviously it didn't work. Carmelo also almost distracted Trick near the end, even though he was specifically told to stay in the back, and he clearly did not. And so Kevin Owens will hit Grayson with a right hand, and this allowed Trick to do his running knee to win the match and obviously keep his NXT Championship slot. And that is pretty much, you know, it for NXT New Year's Evil, because we have not gotten Dragunov time. But yes, you tell me, girly, how you felt about this matchup.
I was hoping Grayson would win to get us out of this. And what this is y'all forcing me to accept Trick taking the title from Dragunov when I feel like Dragunov should have a longer reign. I feel like there are a lot of matches that are still on the table that we have not had yet, but y'all want me to just be okay with Trick taking it? No. It's the same thing with like the whole thing with Blair Davenport. It's like, you want me to believe this? No, I don't believe this. I'm so sorry. I don't. So, whatever. Trick wins because Kevin Owens don't know how to mind his business. And I'm still mad at him because he was doing enough foolishness with the Judgment Day. He knows. And then you come down here doing this? Why do you want the worst for me? I want to know why he wants the worst for me, because that's what it seems like every time. Carmelo was in his R-Truth bag, setting up matches, putting words in people's mouths, gaslighting the entire situation because R-Truth got Finn Balor the whole match for no reason, and then Carmelo going to do the same thing and put his opportunity on the line. Carmelo, actually, I admire you. The power that you hold. You are Booker of the Year. And no one else.
I definitely saw that picture. So it was like Carmelo's Booker of the Year. I'm like, my God, how do you keep doing this? How do you keep getting yourself where it magically how is he keep doing this?
He's trying to fight Lexus King for the Delulu crown. Seriously,
like, I'm like, my God, I just, I mean, I'm like, how did this even fly? Like, you allowed this? Like, tell Carmelo to get out of my face so quick. You're gonna tell me twice. Fuck out of my face, my guy.
Roderick, why would you say that? You know what else? Also, we all literally called it Nathan Frazier, Axiom, a team. We knew. Nathan Frazier's still scared. I was laughing. He's still spooked by Dragunov. I know that's right. Don't speak on him again. Ever again in your life, Nathan. I want you to be scared. But I'm also very excited for this team. It's a very good team. But I'm just saying, Nathan, you wouldn't even see now if you had learned your lesson the first time, you wouldn't even have to been scared like that. Just watch yourself. That's it.
Yeah. Kevin Owens, because he was with the whole thing with Judgment Day, with Bloodline, mostly Roman in particular. Just Roman in particular, to be fair. And so he was already on thin ice sense. But you sure read that correctly. Listen, I'm trying to start 2024 on good leash. I'm trying. But I don't know. Because y'all been starting me at the show. I was trying to be nice. I tried to came in with positive vibes. But that is it. For NXT New Year's Eve on, so we're gonna get some stuff next week, I guess. And I know Dragunov would be back, or Rich is getting a tweet. Don't play with me. Go tea time. That's what I want to see instead of seeing Baron on my TV. But yes, Shay, tell the people where they can find you and what you have going on.
You can find me at Shay Sawyer. Well, Shay Sawyer was here on Instagram. You can find a newest episode of the Big Pop Theory podcast that just dropped today. So you definitely should listen to it. Listen, you know how I am. That's the best I can say. That's how it was. And we will be resuming streaming on Twitch. It's Shay Sawyer, just Shay Sawyer. Shay Sawyer on Twitch, because we are getting better internet. So we will be resuming next week, and we will be seeing better days. Okay, we've been in the trenches, no more. Okay, and then you can catch me right back here. Oh, also, I'm sorry, because every other Saturday, this happens to be that every other Collision on Unpopular Review. I will be there. I don't know what's going on, but we'll figure it out together. Directly after the show, I'll be there on YouTube.
The fact that you're just like, I don't know what's going on, vibes. As for me, guys, so I totally slacked last year with like half the stuff on my channel. Because just stuff. And so this year I'm making my own personal resolution to be better. So yeah, y'all are getting quite a few new videos, but also some interviews. I've been had to move around dates because Christmas and all. But you'll be having some new interviews, some new videos on In Cat We Trust. Otherwise, social media, I am on most platforms. In Cat We Trust, TikTok, Threads, Instagram, and Twitter. E is a 3. I am going to try to gain more, considering I didn't even register on the PS4 PlayStation Wrapped. That's how little I played. Guys, it was wild. My daughter was looking at me like, Mom, let's get it together. She had like 45 hours on one game, and that was one game. I didn't even hit like 3. So yeah, I'm gonna game some more, guys, and maybe you'll catch me on a stream with Shay, because I did told her I would do it Dead by Daylight at least, and I'm learning it more. So I'm not looking crazed. But yes, that's if you check out Daily DDT, I do have some articles. I have a new one coming out again. It's been a little bit hectic on my end with the holidays and kitties and all that stuff. So it's been hectic, but things are gonna get back to normal soon. Don't do that. See, don't do that. Why are you gonna try to ask this kind of question? I'm trying to leave. See what I mean? You don't do that. See, I'm trying to behave myself. And so I'm gonna take this comment off screen. It'll be nice. Maybe I'll answer this on Twitter. Maybe. Or maybe you're gonna get me answer in like a video. I mean, that's not gonna be nice. I'm trying to behave though. But as always, guys, you distract me. As always, guys, we appreciate you guys. Listen, a girlie was busy, okay? A mom, okay, guys? But don't do that. Don't do that. Let's hope next week you guys come in with better thoughts. Come in next week on point next week, okay, guys? Don't do it. But as always, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys as always for the shenanigans, because you guys give us a lot of shenanigans. And I hope your new year is amazing and wonderful and full of everything you guys want it to be. It is definitely the second day of January, so that's plenty of time to get it together or whatever it is that you want to do. But we love you guys, and we will catch